So, Conor McGregor is now back from a 5-year hiatus, and to be honest with you, at what cost? Should he have been just stayed retired or just stayed inactive? Because to tell you the truth, if we go back around, 5 years to when he actually left the UFC for a little bit, took that little break, to, go ski some mountain slopes, if you know what I'm saying. I'm surprised that this man is alive and here to fucking make another walk. We're going to take a brief dive back into the good old days post McGregor leg snap of the third Dustin Poirier fight, up to present day Connor and just everything he's been up to. And to tell you the truth, from like 2022 to 2024 is the worst we've ever seen this man. 2021, we obviously had the infamous leg break. Your wife is in me DMs. 2022 wasn't much different than that. He just got insanely bloated. Definitely took a little gear break, inflated his stomach with that nice TRT. And 2023 was tough with Chandler, and to no one's surprise, he didn't even show up to fight. He dropped out due to a broken toe, and to be honest with you, even though there is like kind of not significant proof, but enough proof out there to prove that he did actually break a ligament, I wouldn't be shocked if this was sort of exaggerated just for him not to fight because, this man's heart ain't in it anymore. So is he itching to fight again, or is it just money? Because clearly on this little hiatus he took, he was not worried about money, worried about which dumbbell to tie to the end of his penis. But in comparison to this, we have present day Conor McGregor, who seems a little bit more locked in, to tell you the truth. But I think that, in my personal opinion, is his last effort, his last ditch effort mentally to prove to himself and just everyone around him that he can still do it if he really wanted to. This is definitely just the last bit of his ego. This is obviously a really big test for legitimately anybody in the UFC or really mixed martial arts in general. Coming off from a 5 to 6 year layoff, off a brutal injury too, a total body recomposition, a total body change. Definitely partying a little bit, doing a little this, doing a little that, sniffing this, rambling on Twitter. But that's what separates Conor McGregor from the other people in the UFC, or someone who's actually hungry and young and upcoming and has a lot to prove. We'll actually never know with this man mentally if he's here for just the love of the game or for the love of the people, for the love of the money. Maybe he ran out. Who knows? I don't think we'll ever know. But yeah, Connor at the presser was absolutely hilarious. But I'm not gonna lie, when I was first watching this in the very beginning, he was a little shaken. Seems like he just had a lot of pressure for every line to just hit and be perfect. And you could tell he was a little shaken, but once he got in the groove, it's kind of like he never left, but at the same time, this man just doesn't really have it anymore. Max Holloway absolutely breaks him in the second or third round just with high volume, speed, accuracy. I don't see him winning. And if he does, it will be a lucky shot, a brutal shot, probably in the first. Other than that, I think Max just like swallows him. He absolutely drowns him. Rest of the card is actually pretty decent. You got Benoit and Patty in the co-main. Honestly, that's not really a bad fight to make rankings wise, but this is a wild fight. Someone's getting slept in the first or second. I mean, Benoit is so vulnerable and just fucking wild in the first round, and Patty just, does not move his head at all, but he also doesn't get knocked out. So this is going to be a fun one. Sandhagen and Bautista. I mean, I always root for Sandhagen, but there's never a better time than now to root for Sandhagen. And I'm actually really excited for Royval and Kavanaugh. I mean, Lonnie is fucking excellent on the feed. That win against Brandon Moreno was nothing less than impressive. And Brandon Royval is kind of like an OG at this point. And then Bobby Green and King Green and Terrence McKinney. Someone's also going out on that one. I mean, Bobby has his hands down all the time talking shit, and Terrence McKinney runs at you like a special child in a candy shop. Nikita Krylov and Robert Whitaker headlining the prelims is kind of shocking to me, but that just goes to show you that they actually stacked a card with McGregor on it, which is shocking because, I mean, analytically, you could literally just stick McGregor on anything and it'll sell. Stevenson in the co-main to the prelims against an absolute can. Garbrandt and Yanez is pretty fun. But yeah, it all comes down to this one man. And to be honest with you, not that I'm wishing this on anybody or Conor McGregor, even though, he's not really a great person. But if he does lose, and I really do predict him to lose very badly, I don't give him more than 10 to 15 years after this. I think he's going to spiral down so bad. I think his mental energy will absolutely be shot. His confidence will be completely down the gutter. And someone like this who's extremely explosive, just mentally, emotionally, and probably very angry with himself. He's not gonna take this loss well when it actually happens after everything, after everyone's been talking such shit on his name for so many years. I think this is gonna destroy this man. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Nevertheless, whenever Conor shows up, it's definitely a spectacle. I don't know who this benefits more fighting at 170 because Conor has fought at 170 once, but it was against an extremely washed Donald Cerrone, and Max never once in his life. To tell you the truth, though, both walk around pretty heavy at this point, but I'd say Max is the bigger guy, so it's just advantage upon advantage for Max Holloway. But yeah, thank you for watching.